Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Her Story TV. This is Getrude Matshe here in beautiful Melbourne, Australia. And today we are graced in the presence of yet another fascinating lady. Welcome, welcome, welcome to our tribe. Please tell everybody your full name, where you're based, how old you are, and share your story with us today.
Hi everyone, it's Elif Köse here. I am based in the UK, Brighton. I just had to think of how old I am. I'm 38. Oh, nearly 40.
Wonderful. You're a baby. Where does your story begin?
My story began in the UK as an entrepreneur only because I came here as an au pair. And when I decided to just start my own life and start my own journey, I had to start as an entrepreneur because I didn't think my English level was good enough because I couldn't really speak as good as I can right now. So I decided to start as an alteration girl on a bike, going house to house, picking up people's alterations and helping them to alter their clothes, make it fit them. And I thought if I could just do that, because that will give me nice enough money to pay my rent and buy some food. And I don't really need to speak. You know, when you shorten trousers, you just shorten trousers. You don't have to write an essay about that. So I started my alteration business, and over the years, not only I built my confidence in English, but speaking in the cultural English, because speaking a language is one thing, but speaking the culture and being part of a society and being part of a community was the one thing that I felt was missing in my life as an immigrant in the UK. I don't know if everybody is an immigrant in where they are, because immigrant is an immigrant, no matter if you speak the language or not. When you feel like you are the other girl, it makes you feel like you have to play to fit in, you know. And it took me a long time to find my voice.
Oh,
And
wow.
as I found that, it was almost like the unleashing of my power that was within me that I didn't realize, because I was so worried to be not accepted, so worried not to be not loved and wanted. I just kept staying quiet. But then I realized people actually just loved me, the authentic me that I kept hiding. So
Oh.
that's where the story began.
Now, which country were you coming from? I can so relate to your story, being an immigrant myself, having left Africa when I was 19, traveled
Oh,
around the world, now living in New Zealand. Which country were you from originally?
I am from Turkey originally,
Okay.
and I
Wow.
left my country feeling suppressed and run away from adversity that I was facing, living in a very strict Muslim family. I felt as a woman that my voice was not heard. I felt like I was just screaming, but nobody could even hear me, let alone listen to me. So I just felt it's the irony of this is that I left my country because nobody was listening, even though I was speaking the language. I was from the culture, but I felt
Mm.
like the other girl in there.
Wow.
And I left my country to find my voice in another language in a foreign land. And now on a mission to help others to find theirs. It's I sometimes feel like, how do I do this?
It sounds to me like you are now a full expression of you. You created a business with absolutely nothing. Take us through what gave you the courage to start and the conviction to keep going.
Um, to be honest, I didn't have any money. I just had no money. I didn't know anyone. But one thing I knew, that somebody else has done these things before me. Somebody else has been through this journey before me and they succeeded. And I love listening stories. That's why I love what you're doing. The stories are so powerful. And I always heard other people talking about their stories and how they inspired me. So I thought, I have got to give it a go. What can I lose? I've got to go and try, because I rather live in the things that I believe that is going to be purely me than living in a culture that pushes me to be someone who I am not. So I had to give myself a chance, because when I came here as an au pair, I went and helped a lady who did alteration service in the village I still am in the same village, 14 years.
Wow.
And that gave me, because I used to make clothes as a little girl. I used to help my mom. She was a dressmaker and she used to make clothes. I'm sure you come from a culture that you make
Yes.
your clothes, and my mom used to make my clothes. But I used to help. I used to help her make clothes for us, but I used to also take all the cutout fabrics and make outfits for my dolls that I wasn't allowed to wear, because I come from a very strict Muslim family. My father was so strict. I'm sure my friends who are listening will remember these days. I couldn't even go to their house. We used to live in the same block of flats. I couldn't even go downstairs. And my mum was my best ally. She used to help me always. She used to say to my dad, I'm in my bedroom studying, but I would be downstairs at my friend's flat. So girls, women, we are each other's strength. We
Best
are each other's
friends.
power. We really need to support each other. And I learn how to be supported from my mother. She used to
Mm.
help me make these mini skirts when my dad used to go for a business trips. And we used to make it so quickly so I could wear it before he came home. And if he did, for some reason, came home before than he planned and I was out, my mom used to throw these trousers we used to live on top of the block of flats. She used to throw it down the balcony to say, put these on quick before your dad comes in the house. And I would like quickly change in the building and go upstairs like nothing happened. And if for some reason my dad saw me in one of those outfits, oh my goodness, you can imagine the rows and the arguments and the shouting.
Oh my
But the one
God.
thing I used to remember, that was my first probably like me moment with my father. He said, have you looked too much to find that stupid skirt on you? And I used to just go, no, it was just at the beginning of the bazaar. You know, in Turkey, you have bazaars, like on the
Yes.
street markets. I used to say, it was just at the beginning of the street market. I didn't look for it so hard.
It sounds to me like you turned into a rebel with a cause. I
Yeah.
know that you have been supporting other women throughout your career. Why is it so important for you to do that?
Um, because I have taken benefits of being helped, being
Mm,
believed in,
mm,
being supported. Sadly, some of them have stopped believing in me and left me. But I am a kind of woman, I don't hold grudges to anyone.
mm.
I just feel, okay, we are in each other's life for a purpose, for a
Yes.
reason. Every single one of us go through things, and I am on a mission to help somebody. And if it's just sharing my story to give them hope, that would be
Mm,
enough for me, because that's what all I needed to get on that airplane from Istanbul to come
mm,
to Heathrow Airport. I heard a story of my friend who worked in the same office as me, saying how she knew that she would get a better job if she could speak in English. That story was my inspirational moment. And that moment I decided to come to England. And it was terrifying. When I got, can you imagine? You got on an airplane, you can't speak a language, you know nobody. The host family who picked me up from Heathrow Airport just had my name written on a piece of paper.
oh my
My name with a
gosh.
smiley face. And that has become my Elif, is a face that would bring stitch smile if I have to on people's face. That's what I made myself a mission. So I want to help people because it makes a difference. And I just want to keep telling them problems are inevitable.
Yeah.
We will all face it.
Mm.
I come from an adversity. As a child, I was molested. I couldn't even speak about it till I felt strong enough. But misery is a choice. And I didn't
Yes.
choose to be miserable. I didn't choose to be sad. It's a choice. We all have problems. I'm
Yeah.
sure you can write 9 books about the whole life
Mm.
of your story, can't you?
It's so true. That is so true. So
But
if
if
I
you
take you
choose,
back, let me take you back to that younger woman who was stepping out on faith. You knew exactly what you wanted in life, and you had the courage to take that first step. If you could go back to her and give her 3 pieces of advice on what life has taught you, what would you say to her?
oh, this is lovely. Um, to be honest, I didn't know exactly what I wanted when I got onto this journey. All I knew, I just wanted a financial freedom and an experience myself. But if
Mm.
I go back to that airplane and sit next to that girl, I would just say, anything that happened to you, it's not your fault.
Mm.
So don't blame yourself because she kept blaming herself.
Mm.
And I would tell her, forgive everyone, but forgive yourself for allowing everything to to control your life, because we
Mm.
seem to
Mm.
control our past failures, our past stories, and we allow it to define our future, but it should not be that way. So I tell her to stop doing that. And I would just say, just stop seeking acknowledgement. You know
Mm.
who you are. When you go to bed, you know you've done you
The
all
best.
day long. That's enough.
Oh, I love that. I absolutely love it. Now, to go into business is one thing, to stay in business is another. What has kept you afloat? What has kept you moving forward in your business and building your business?
Um, I've always tried to, still am, I try to think out the box. Um, I I would say being resourceful helps your business.
Mhm.
So when I first started my business, for instance, I will tell you this because I see a lot of new starters spend so much money on being new because somebody else told them you are only new once. No,
Mm.
that's not true. You can be new again and again and again. How many times those big brands have rebranded themselves,
Yes.
restyled their website, changed their logo? Don't spend thousands of pounds for your. I'm not saying they're not important. They are as
Yeah.
important. But if you're at the beginning and if you're starting with a shoestring budget,
Yeah.
try to focus on serving your customers and how you can maximize your service, your gift that you've been given to your clients. So I become more resourceful, and I
Mm.
always networked. Networking helped my business grow, and I've
Yes.
always kept um what's the word I'm looking for? I just I didn't just wait for a business that I am doing to pick up. So I started as an alteration business and I opened my
Mhm.
first boutique 3 years after running as
Okay.
an alteration business. And I didn't have any money when I started. But one thing had helped me. I asked for help when I got
Mhm.
stuck. I emailed all my network of ladies who were in business of creative world, fashion
Yes.
designers, scarf makers, jewelry makers, and all that. I emailed every single one of them. I remember sitting in my desk saying, hello, ladies. I met you in so and so networking event, because I used to take their business cards and type
Yes.
right behind where I met them so I could
Right.
connect with them accordingly. and I emailed them to say, I'm opening this boutique. I was
Yes.
honest. Honesty really helps you. I
Mm,
haven't got any money to stock my business, but I'm looking for people to collaborate. Would you be willing to come and bring your stock to sell here? We work on commission base
right.
because your products are exactly how I would like in here.
Oh,
I tell you,
beautiful.
within 2 weeks, this boutique was filled with stunning, top quality designer pieces. I didn't pay
That is
for
just
any of them.
amazing.
I didn't pay for any of them. And when people came into my boutique, that nobody knew the behind
The
doors, what was
scenes,
happening.
yes.
They thought I started this business with £100,000 cash. No,
Wow.
you
But you
can
see,
do it.
your honesty is what did that. Your authenticity created that magic.
Yeah.
A lot of times people try and front and pretend to be what they're not.
The thing is, people, I mean, entrepreneurs are not stupid.
Yeah.
They spot pretentious people, and I
Yes.
do. I was honest. I would say,
Mm,
honestly, I don't really know how it works. Could you help me? My
yes.
first person who came to me as sale or return basis for the commission base, she
Mm-hmm.
said to me, "How much is your commission?" I was so honest. I said, "To be honest, I've never done this before. How much
Mm-hmm.
should it be?" She just said, "Oh, that is so sweet, Elif."
Oh,
I remember her going like, and she
oh,
gave me the biggest hug, and she's really dear friend to me today. She said, "Look, it usually works this way, but as you're starting, maybe you should start higher commission." That's what she
yes.
said, because she saw my honesty and she
Oh my
wanted me to
gosh.
win. That kindness goes a long
Yeah.
way.
Now, I'm wanting to persuade you to be one of our speakers at our next Hair Story upcoming summit. We also run workshops,
Thank
and
you.
I know that you shared with me 4 powerful ways that you can build a business. Share with us a little bit about that.
To build a business,
Mm,
or it's connections. Your
yes,
connections will be your currency. So the more people you know, it's better.
more
And
successful.
build your email list, not your followers.
Yeah,
Followers mean nothing. If Instagram shuts down today, you've got no one. But if you've
yes.
got their email address, you've got their
You've
phone
got somewhere
number,
to go.
you can pull them together.
Hmm.
You know, if you Instagram me today, I wouldn't be able to connect with you, but you emailed me, so here I am. So I'll
Yes.
email list and survey your clients, potential clients and existing
Yes.
clients. Give them what they want and need. Don't try to reinvent the wheel,
Yes.
because it's
It's
just you're
been
going to
done
waste your time.
already.
Say again?
The wheel has been invented already. You don't have to go and redo
Exactly.
it.
Exactly. So, what would be the fourth thing I would say? There is so much little things. Be resourceful.
Yeah.
Try to be resourceful. What I mean by that, let's say social media. If we were,
Yes.
because a lot of people want to build their social media, it looks pretty. Sadly,
Yeah.
people look at your social media followers before they go and look at how much you've achieved in life.
Yes.
But if you
Yeah.
want to create something, I would say, for instance, like what we're doing now is going to be
Hmm.
recorded. All this
Yes.
conversation, you can turn it into a blog.
Yeah.
You can take little snippets out of it, turn into a quote post. You can take
Yes.
little short videos out of it, make them into reels. From one
Yes.
20 minutes interview we're having right now, you can repurpose it for 6 to 10 different posts.
Yeah.
So
That's just
repurpose it.
awesome. That is just amazing. So, if I was to take you into the future now, let's imagine that time is an illusion and time doesn't exist, and you could teleport into the future and have the conversation with yourself at the age of 100.
Okay. What
Based
do
on
I
how
say?
you're living your life right now, what would you say to this amazing woman who's taken you this far?
um, being It's a very tough question, actually. I'm going to think about it. I like it. What I
Because
would
I
say,
believe that time doesn't exist. I believe you
because I'm
know
on a
everything.
mission, I really
Mhm.
believe it is not just about business. It's not just about marriage. It's not about being a parent. It's everything is very cohesive. And what I am doing as a woman myself, I am becoming every day. I'm learning from my own mistakes and I'm forgiving myself every day and letting
Mhm.
go. Um, and I want to help. I want to make every woman to know that what we do today, we will we will make a difference in everyone's life. So by 100, I would love to think with the ripple effect that I will create
Mhm.
just by little me. I will be very proud of her.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that because what I sense from you is that it's every woman's life you're going to touch. That's the ripple effect.
Yeah,
Every woman you're going to empower, show them the way, make it easier for them to get into business and succeed.
yeah.
The ripple effect on them, on their families, on their children, on their daughters, that's going to be your legacy.
Hopefully. Thank you. That's the plan.
I absolutely love this.
Thank
Now,
you.
is there anything I should have asked you?
Um, I think you've asked questions that have never been asked before, but no, I don't think so.
Well, I've done a good job.
You're amazing.
Sometimes I always ask that question in case there is a little nugget I should have captured and I missed.
Hmm,
But you are such a fun person to interview. I
thank
look at
you.
you and I look at my mini me because our lives are very parallel. My mother was a seamstress, taught me everything to do with fashion and design and dressmaking. When I moved to New Zealand, same thing, started a business in fashion. And I just love, love, love what you're doing. My last question is COVID must have affected your businesses. People are stuck at home right now, they can't be in their physical shops. What have you done to pivot? What are you doing to keep your business going during these difficult times?
Well, it's to be honest, I felt COVID was a blessing for
Hmm.
me because I used to just base my business one to one and stay small, stay in community. But I
Yes.
didn't realize with the community that I built here was my roots and I could reach out
To
to
more.
wider audience and I become
Yes.
more of an online business.
Hmm.
I went well and beyond, become a wholesale. Now I even sell in California, in Chicago. I've got wholesale buyers that I'm stocking in boutiques. And I've just sent only yesterday another lovely box of my designs to Netherlands. So it helped me think out the box, reach
Yes.
out to bigger people, and I managed to connect with you. I'm
It's
connected.
just incredible, incredible. I absolutely love this. I'm
Thank
so
you.
inspired with what you're doing. It's
Thank you.
awesome to see someone like you who could have been stopped in their tracks because of the change of the environment. A lot of people have gone out of business, and you've managed to continue and actually find other avenues to export and sell your work. Very, very inspiring story. Thank you so
Thank
much
you
for
for
coming on the
having
show.
me.
And
Thank
thank you to
you.
everybody who tuned in. I can see there's quite a few of my friends who are on Facebook
Lovely.
commenting. Deborah, Liz, wonderful to see you today. This is yet another inspiring story, and I will be back again tomorrow with yet another amazing speaker. And Elif, we will put your website on this link so that people can find you. You've given me the links to your businesses and hopefully your coaching as well, because we have a lot of women in our community who could do with your help from
Would
all
love
over
to
the
help.
world.
I'm here to serve. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. I'll be back again tomorrow with yet another amazing guest. Have a fantastic day, evening, morning, wherever you are in the world. Bye for now. Thank you.
Bye.